Hey Internet, Eric here. Um, just gonna do a random video today. I once did a video where I discussed the different beer bottles that I had on display in my garage, and one of my buddies said that they preferred like videos like that over like my usual movie reviews. So, since I do often get comments on the different cool, in their words, movie t-shirts that I wear, I figured I would display what I have. And a lot of them are movie related, a lot of them are horror movie related in general. But I just figured I'd just, show them off. And yeah, I mainly get them from Fright Rags, T-Villain, and Cavity Colors. So check those three sites out. So first t-shirt we have is, hold on, here we go. I got them all fucking folded, so I want to stretch them out. We have this cool Big Trouble in Little China shirt. My favorite John Carpenter film. My favorite Kurt Russell film. I just love the detail. You know, you got Jack Burton there, Lopan, and the Three Storms. Definitely one of my favorite shirts. Next up we have, as I shaking, I fold my shirts so weird so that they can fit into my my dresser, and it takes a little while to unfold it with one hand. Next we got this cool take on Spy versus Spy, and obviously Freddy versus Jason. This was one of those 24 hours only type sales, and I could not pass it up. I grew up on Mad Magazine, I grew up on Freddy and Jason, so there's no way I could pass that deal up. Now we have a really cool one that I get a lot of compliments on. This here is shit. No, it's not shit. This is my Dream Warriors t-shirt. And what this is a parody of the first ever X-Men comic. And basically they replaced the X-Men with the Dream Warriors, and they replaced Magneto with Freddy Krueger right there. So, I mean, I always loved comic parodies. You see a lot of them online. And this is definitely one of my favorite shirts. I'm probably going to say every shirt is my favorite shirt. Next up we have, try and fold it. Dead air, nothing on screen. We have my They Live t-shirt. Complete with, Roddy Piper and all the aliens there. And what's cool is I'm not going to flip it over, but on the back of this, it also has the famous, I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum line. Now we have another good one. Jesus Christ, this is going to be a while. I have my Frog Brothers Destroy All Vampire shirt. Obviously from the Lost Boys, we have Corey Feldman and Jameson Newlander. We're standing in front of David, the vampire, played by Kiefer Sutherland. This was a newer one I got, this next one, that I really loved. And a lot of it's Alice Cooper themed. A lot of the Alice Cooper shirts that I wanted on Fright Rags was sold out. And, in my size, I'm a fat dude, so I gotta wear 2X to be comfy. But I'm glad that this one didn't, because this was one of my favorite ones. It's Alice Cooper's eyes and makeup mixed with the Jason Voorhees hockey mask. And the shading, the colors, everything on this one is super, super cool. Absolutely love it. Now we have, what do we got here? Ooh, this is a good one. This one isn't really horror movie related, but neither was, Big Trouble in Little China. But there's some horror elements to this one, at least the film. This is my War Machine shirt, and this is from The Burbs. This, there's Mr. and Mrs. Rumsfeld, there's Queenie the dog, and War Machine is obviously, when you first meet Mr. Rumsfeld, War Machine by Circle of Power plays, and that is one of the coolest entrances in a character for a movie that I can think of. If I was a character in a movie, I would want that entrance. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out The Burbs. Back when Tom Hanks still did comedy, and I miss funny Tom Hanks. I really wish he would go back to comedy, because Bachelor Party, even Turner and Hooch was really good. Okay, this is a film. This one's from a film that I need to add to my You Hate It I Don't series. This is my Phantom Prowler shirt from Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Phantom Prowler versus Super Freddy, and it's done wonderfully by in the style of a comic book, because Mark, the character in the film who creates the Phantom Prowler, makes his own comic books, and the Phantom Prowler is the character that he created. And it's cool because you see the little Greta face here, and it says by Mark Gray, the character. There's like the cool issue number 1 and stuff like that, but yeah, definitely a top favorite here. Now this actually isn't movie related, but since it is horror and monster related, I figured fuck it and I'll just throw it in here. Back in the 80s when Nintendo was big, god damn it, can't unfold the fucking thing. When Nintendo was big, one of the most popular and most difficult games was Ghosts and Goblins. And this is an alternate take on the box cover of the video game Ghosts and Goblins. It's just done a little more, I guess, demonic looking. But yeah, you got Arthur right there, and I think the princess's name is like Pepe. You got all the characters from the game, the monsters from the game. And this is like an updated version of the Nintendo the video game, the box cover itself. But couldn't pass that one up. This one is a cool one. This is from Cavity Colors, and it is a mixture of two of my favorite movies, or characters, movie characters we'll say. It is a mixture of, you can see right there, the Terminator and Jason Voorhees. It's a take on the original, I guess, VHS cover, or maybe it was actually even the movie poster. But I love how Jasonator is done in the same font of the Terminator, and it's literally like Arnold Schwarzenegger holding up the gun, and it's just put between a mixture of the two. I absolutely love it, and it's a cool like off blue, which I don't really wear. Like I said, I'm a big fat guy, so I like to wear black. But it's a really cool off blue color. Now this is I've mentioned it before. I've done my top 5 video of my top 5 favorite movies of all time, and my number 1 favorite movie of all time is The Crow. And this was like a Midnight Madness sale, and I could not pass up having a Crow t-shirt. I had a Crow t-shirt years ago and it got too small, and this one is so much better. You got Eric Draven right there, and just little clips from the movies. Absolutely love it. Love the detail, and I love how he's holding the engagement ring, which was a pinnacle scene in the film when he finds it at the pawn shop. Now this is another favorite of mine. This isn't a clip or anything from a movie, but if you've seen me review my favorite Christmas movie of all time, Gremlins, I could not pass up owning a Gremlins t-shirt. And it's cool. He's got the 3D glasses. He's drinking a beer because they go at the bar, smoking a cigarette, and for some reason he's on a surfboard just to look cool. But you see like different things in here. You see a Rubik's Cube and an eyeball, a Nintendo controller, a donut, some pizza. Just the detail, the random things here in the blood that he's supposedly surfing on. I love how his tongue is just sticking out like that. It's just such a cool, fun t-shirt. Jesus Christ. I think I'm halfway done with the pile. This next one is not movie related. Well, I'll explain it. In the 80s, there was a huge plush toy called My Pet Monster. And I had 2 My Pet Monster dolls, and my brother had another one. and sadly they were ruined in like a basement flooding. But it was this cool plush toy in the 80s, this gigantic plush toy in the 80s. And I mentioned that it's not really movie related. There actually was a home video release, really shitty video release. I remember that I watched the hell out of it as a kid, but I don't remember much now. And I'm going to add it to the list of our kids show commentaries that I do with my wife. If you've ever seen any of those, I mean, it's been a long time since we've done any commentaries, and we need to catch up on that. My wife really misses doing that. But that was My Pet Monster. Another 80s film is, it's not horror, but it's got some horror elements. Teen Wolf. And I say horror elements because it's, a fucking werewolf. But it's such a fun movie. It's full of nostalgia. I haven't seen it probably in like 10, 15 years. So I don't know if it holds up or not, but I love that he's on top of the Wolfmobile, because that's a pivotal scene in the film. Not pivotal, but memorable scene in the film. And he's dressed in his basketball gear, which is, why he becomes popular. But I absolutely love this shirt. Next up is the first ever shirt I bought from Fright Rags. It was a Midnight Madness sale, and I ended up really enjoying the detail in it. It is the Children of the Corn. I enjoy the film for what it is. I don't think the film is anything special. I would never really own it. I would watch it on Netflix. But I love the detail here. I love the eyes of all the children. I love how you can see the policeman, tied to the cornstalk. So, really cool detail. I bought it more for the look than the fact that I, actually enjoy the film. Now next is another one that is not a horror film, but there's some somewhat horror elements to it. In the 90s, there was a show on Nickelodeon called Salute Your Shorts, and it was about a bunch of kids, at a summer camp. Well, the scary episode, or the Halloween episode, was about them telling the story of Zeke the Plumber. See if you can get that. And Zeke the Plumber was this, supposed boogeyman or whatever from, of the camp. But, Salute Your Shorts was a fun TV series, mainly for boys because, the humor. But I love the detail here. I think this is supposed to be kind of like the poster to The Burning, but the detail in Zeke right there, I love, the font. And you can tell, right here, you can tell which kids are which. The detail right there, there's, Bobby Budnick in the middle, played by Danny Cooksey, Donkey Lips right there, the fat kid. There's Sponge, and such a great t-shirt. One of my favorites. I think I've outgrown it belly-wise, so hopefully they reprint it. I would definitely rebuy it. Now, anyone new to or anyone who is familiar with my channel knows that I really, really love Critters. Critters is perhaps one of my favorite sci-fi horror films from the 80s, other than Killer Clowns. I have done a review on that. I just uploaded my review of Critters 2. That's where this character is the one with the Larry Fine hairstyle. Yeah, go check out those reviews if you want to know what I think about Critters 1 and 2. But this was another Midnight Madness sale I could not fucking pass up. I didn't have any Critters merchandise or any of that stuff. You already see what's coming up next. Another favorite of mine. But Critters, absolutely love the film. Absolutely love this t-shirt. And I like how they're bursting out of the black. You've already seen what's coming up next. I have 2 left after this one. This is, again, a nostalgic film from my childhood that I still enjoy to this day. We got the Monster Squad. And basically, if you don't know what the Monster Squad is, I will be doing a review of it soon. I need to rewatch it. It's basically the Goonies versus the Universal Monsters. And I will say right here, Duncan Regar is my favorite portrayal of Dracula of any film I've ever seen with that character. But I love the fact that the Monster Squad is in Dracula's hands. Some of the faces aren't very familiar, but you can tell that's Sean right there. You can tell that's Horace, the fat kid in the middle. That's little Phoebe. But yeah, I absolutely love this shirt. Two left. If you are a frequent watcher of my channel, you know my favorite Stephen King or favorite horror movie is Pet Sematary. And you know my favorite Stephen King book is Pet Sematary. So I could not pass up the chance of owning a Pet Sematary t-shirt. This is the cover of the book, the hardcover book, and it's just a perfect recreation. You got Church right there, howling at us or screeching at us. You got Louis Creed right there, and you can make out the fact that he's carrying little Gage. I love the cross in the background. Oh, so good. And my final shirt. My final shirt that I am going to show you. I might eventually show you or do a video on like the different concert shirts I own, because of I've been to Seven Dust and Iron Maiden and whatnot. But the final shirt I'm going to show you in this video is a really cool one of all the different, let me fucking straighten this out, different clowns that we've seen in horror movies. We have Captain Spaulding, we have Pennywise. It's the fucking clown monster from Zombieland. The tiny clown from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And then even the fucking poltergeist clown doll. Such a cool little homage to all the different clowns that are in horror movies. And the detail's really good. And I love how the fact that it's Captain Spaulding like in his pajamas when you see him in the beginning of House of a Thousand Corpses. I really wish he still had I think it's a hot dog on his shirt or something. I don't remember. But I love also the inclusion of that fucking creepy poltergeist clown. That again I've talked about in a previous movie review. But I digress. So yeah, that is all of my Jesus Christ. I gotta fold them back up. And that was a motorcycle going down the back road. I don't know if that picked up or not. Anyways, those are all my movie and especially horror movie related t-shirts. Hope you thought this was a cool little video just to kill some time. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Other than like, subscribe, tell your friends. I want to thank all the new subscribers. I'm now at 72. That has exploded basically over the past few days. I want to say thank you. If you like what you see, go ahead and tell your friends, tell Grandma, tell Aunt Ethel. The usual spiel I end all my fucking videos on. But I will say, I don't have the beer in here with me, it's in the other room, but I will say cheers. And I will see you in the next movie review or random video. Take care. Hey Internet, I'm back. Hopefully, I'm going to splice these two videos together. Hopefully you're still there. You can see that there's a longer video, there's more time left on the video. I mentioned I had a beer in the other room. I've had a few drinks, we'll say that. And I totally forgot. I didn't show off my newest shirt, the final shirt, because it wasn't in the pile. So hopefully if you're still there, you can see the fact that my last shirt that I want to show you guys is the one I literally just got maybe less than a week ago, Predator. And if you have seen my top 5 movies of all time videos, you know that this is the top 3. This is in the top 3 of my all-time favorite films. I love the look of the Predator, everything about that film. I will go more into when I get to an actual review, but I just couldn't, I love everything about this t-shirt right here. The detail, the look of the Predator, the red eyes, the blood, the skulls. Yeah, so, quick little edit to the end of this video. Sorry I fucked up and forgot a shirt, and hopefully you're still watching and see the end of this. But, yeah, one final shirt that I threw into the video. I'm rambling, and I will once again say cheers and see you later. Hope you enjoyed.